one of these. This is something I definitely need in my life.
It's cold, it's wet and it's miserable. We're in Britain and it's the middle of winter, and what I've decided, I'd like to get a relatively new but used Roadster. The options that I've got really are the Audi TT, the Mazda MX5, or this behind me. This is a mini Roadster. This car, luckily I've been lent by a fellow YouTuber and friend of mine, Petrolped, so check out his channel, but not until you've actually finished watching this video. Other than the obvious being different with this car, the fact that the roof has been removed, they've also increased the angle of the windscreen. It's changed by, I think it is 13 degrees, so it gives it more of an aggressive look and really does make it stand out from other minis on the road. Being the John Cooper Works model as well, it's got some different styling cues, and we'll have a look around the car about those. To start with, it's got these John Cooper Works side skirts. The wheels are different as well. They're actually black on this now, and they're 205 45 17. This red stripe here was actually put on by the owner, and it really does set off the colours along with these red wing mirror caps. But overall it looks really good. Very much like other convertibles, it's got this aluminium roll hoops. Not only does it look good, it's for safety. So overall from this way, it really is a good looking car. We're going to have a look at the front as well, because there's been some changes made by John Cooper Works. Have a look under the bonnet, because that's really where the additional money's gone. The people from John Cooper Works have worked their magic underneath here really. This is where a lot of the additional money goes into making this the ultra hot version of this car. Like the Cooper S, you've still got this air intake here which feeds the turbocharger. And if we look under here, this is basically where everything happens. It's quite compact. It's still got the same 1.6 turbocharged engine that the Mini Cooper S has, but the power has been increased to 208 brake horsepower. The other thing that Mini have done, well, John Cooper Works, sorry, have done, they've got a unique front bumper, and again, John Cooper Works logo down there. The spotlights didn't actually come with it as standard, and this is something that Petrolped put on there. There's a few mods like that, and overall it looks really cool. And then the red stripe picking up on the black and red, and that is also on the interior as well. And we're going to go and have a look around inside the car. This is actually the first time I have ever sat in a Mini, so these really will be my first impressions of what this car is like. And there's plenty of legroom. I was quite surprised. When you hear of Mini, you picture a mini car, you know, small, but there is loads and loads of legroom. My seat is actually slightly forward, and I've got plenty of room. I'm not that tall, I'm only 6 foot, but it's really, it's a lovely position. I'm looking forward to getting this out on the road. Steering wheel's nice and small. It's Alcantara top and bottom, which is really nice, and you've got various controls on the steering wheel as well. Lovely thing to see. 6-speed manual, driven through the front wheels, as I was saying, about 208 brake horsepower. Down here there's a button which I think is utterly pointless, but it's still here. It's the sports button. Why any petrolhead would want to turn sports mode off, I don't know, but it basically sharpens up the throttle response, weights up the steering, and you get some lovely noises from the back of the car. Looking forward to actually hearing those once we go out on the road. Down here you've got stability control. You can leave it completely on, and then you've got traction control, stability control and things like that. Press it once and it will turn it sort of off. It will be there to catch you if you do have any dramas out there. So that's a good one to have it on. If you hold it down for around 5 seconds on the other hand, it turns everything off, and it's really down to you and your skill as a driver to actually keep it on the road. So that's the main buttons down there. The windows, for some odd reason, I don't know why they've done this, but they have actually changed it in the newest version of the Mini. The windscreen, the windows, actually down here. Why you put them down there and not next to the window, I've no idea. In the middle you've got this big speedo, and in the middle there is a infotainment system with things like sat nav and all of those other loveliness. I don't think that will be used that much in terms of the speed. There is a smaller one directly in front of me, and personally I want to be looking where I'm going as opposed to looking over this way, but again they've changed that in the newest version of the Mini and moved it over here. The window, as you can see, it's slightly lower, and you really do feel quite comfortable, quite low in this car. It's a good place to be at the moment, and I think going out on the road will really show what this car is all about. Plenty of headroom, well, lots of headroom. I don't think anyone's going to have a problem banging their head on the roof. The retractable soft top is just behind me. It's actually only a single skinned canvas roof. The disadvantage with that is road noise, but the advantage is it makes it lighter, although being louder in some ways is good because you get to hear all the lovely cracks and pops that do come from the exhaust. From the rear of the car, this is certainly very distinctive. You've got this flat back part here, and just under this section is where the soft top is stowed. Coming further this way, you've got this rear wing here which is automatically deployed, or like at the moment it can automatically be put up. Makes the back of it look really nice. John Cooper Works badge over this side, and if we look lower down, we've got this rear diffuser. Now this actually was an optional extra from the GP2 model, and then sitting in the middle, twin exhausts, which also were on the Cooper S model, and that is where all the lovely pops and crackles and things like that come from. I do believe as well the Cooper Works side of it, they've replaced catback just to give it a bit more power, and it's able to breathe a bit better. So I think really all we can do now is take it out on the road and see what this car is all about.
This is where it really counts. I'm out in the car at the moment driving around some really nice countryside, even though it's rather cold. This is my first experience ever in a Mini, and I'm in the hottest variety of them all. At the moment, just behind the wheel obviously, and it's very nice. It is very much like a go-kart. I think the nearest thing I can compare it to at the moment was my little Clio 172, but obviously this is a lot more grown up, a lot better put together, and just more powerful in general. The thing with the JCW version of this car, it is a lot stiffer than the standard one. Also the fact that they've put reinforced basically in the back, it's 10% stiffer than the normal car. That is brilliant for someone who likes driving cars. It means there's less body roll, and it should be a lot more compliant on the road. The downside to that is it is quite a harsh ride, but I think that's actually pretty good, to be honest. It gives me lots of feel. The actual driving position of this it's quite low. It's really nice in that way. The position, the steering wheel is really nice. It's a good size, and it's quite civilised. I'm quite surprised. I thought it was going to be a trip to the chiropractor on Monday morning, but this is really nice. I think the car has warmed up. This is something I've been told numerous times. There is no temperature gauge, so why on earth Mini decided not to give you that little feature, I'm not sure. I think it's been in every car I've ever driven, but I'm pretty sure it's up to temperature. At the moment I've got it in sport mode, which I think is the only mode you should ever have it in. I think being a JCW, I should just remove that and just have it as go faster, make lots of nice noises. So I think the car's up to temperature at the moment, and it's got a lot of pull on it. The torque on it, because it is turbocharged, it's got lots and lots of go, which is brilliant. It's something that I think a turbocharged car, you know, offers you. Same with the supercharger, which was the previous generation car. The new version of this, I think, has actually got a 2-litre turbo engine in it. Not something I've driven just yet. Hint there to Mini. But at the moment, there's these nice twisty roads. Drop it down a corner. Feeling a bit more confident. It hasn't taken that long. So at the moment I'm in 6th. I'm just going to drop it down to 3rd. Oh, I want one of these. This is something I definitely need in my life. That's certainly more than I thought it was going to be. So that is my initial reaction. There's no fakeness going on here. But this is, fantastic car, fantastic feeling. And this road as well, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm loving this. This, yeah. I think smile on my face probably says everything that you need to know about this car. So more sensible things. I don't want sensible things, but not too much wind buffering. There's a slight bit, but it is a convertible and it is winter, but who cares? Overall, it seems very, very well put together. It's the BMW build quality is definitely showing here. Everything is really nicely laid out. As I said before, this speed over here, I certainly have not looked at that at any point. I need the one in front of me because I need to be quite aware of what's going on. These roads are a little bit slippery at the moment. Going down this nice hill, and hopefully lots of crackles and pops and other loveliness like that. If normal cars make that noise, take them to the garage. If this car doesn't make it, also take it to the garage. This is, yeah, I'm very, very impressed with this. It's a shame they did actually stop making this car. I have no idea why. It has got a bit of a reputation for being a girl's car. I have no idea what that means. It feels quite manly. In fact, I don't care what anyone thinks of this. This has put a big smile on my face, and who cares what anyone else thinks? Surely it's down to how much you enjoy the car. Creature comforts of this car is actually pretty good, to be honest. It's got sat nav, which is always great. It's got heated seats. It's got leather interior. It's got somewhere to plug your MP3 player. So lots of the usual things, but I don't really want to be listening to music, although I've been told that's also very good in here. I just want to listen to the sound of the engine. The pop of the exhaust is it's quite addictive, really. Overall, it's been absolutely fantastic. I think I might have to steal this car off the owner. This is Petrol Ped.
Hello guys.
Make sure you go and watch his channel after this is finished though.
Yeah. Watch the end of your film first.
Yeah, that's right. I've absolutely loved this and really can't say thank you enough for, you know, letting me borrow this car.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. It's like a little go-kart on steroids.
It's a really skiddy day today as well, but you're enjoying it?
Oh, absolutely loving it. I need one of these in my life.
It's one of those, don't knock it till you've tried it. Until you've driven a Mini, and I know there's the whole new Mini, old Mini argument, and then there's this, which is almost like a bastardisation of the new Mini, but they're cracking little things. They've got a great feel to them, and they're good fun to drive. Yeah, and also now, I know they were about 25,000 when they were new. I think you can get, you know, a good spec one for 12, 13,000 now. Yeah. I mean, the John Cooper Works one, they only registered 300 of these in the UK. So actually, you know, you get all these supercars that are mega low numbers. This is a really low number car, but they're still, you know, 20. I think I paid 22 for this, and they're about 13 or 14 now. So
in that one, I think it's a cracking cracking Roadster, you know.
Yeah.
It's really enjoyed everything about it.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys out there go and get yourself one. Absolutely fantastic. But I hope overall this video has given you a good idea of what this car is about. So if it has, you know, give me a thumbs up on that. Yep, that's always important. Comments about what you think of the car. Do you think?
I'm putting you off yet?
No. You know, what do you think of this car? You know, is it a girl's car, as they call it, or is it a proper manly man's car? Which I'm going for that. But anyway, put your comments down below on that. Comments are always welcome, and remember to click on that subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys.
With one exception, we do